This has enormous implications for the entire recruitment world.
If you fall into that category and you want to participate in the class action lawsuit, that's workdaycase.com.
This is a Primal HR Hot Take with Terry Smith and Leslie Lulham.
Hello, everyone. This is Terry, and I want to talk a little bit about Workday. Specifically, there is a case going through the courts right now filed by a gentleman named Derek Mobley, an over 40 black individual who alleges that he applied to over 100 jobs with companies that use Workday. In every case, Derek was rejected, often within hours and sometimes within minutes of those applications dropping. And Derek alleges that Workday, which uses a sophisticated AI platform, is allowing the AI to actually make early decisions, the AI itself. And if you think about the timeline of minutes, hours, very unlikely that a human recruiter has enough time, given everything they have on their plates, to do that kind of work and reject somebody that quickly. According to Workday in the suit, Workday says, no, humans at our companies, they're the ones making the decisions. We contract with them, but they make the decisions. Our AI does not do that. The judge, however, has disagreed with that. And as a next step forward, Derek Mobley has suggested that this should become a class action suit rather than simply a lawsuit, and filed a motion in 2024 to that effect. Workday basically said, no, we could never do that. We could never support the level of work that it would be required to actually set up and find the literally millions of people who have applied to companies that use Workday. The judge disagreed with that, too, and said, no, make it happen. So there is now an opt-in available on a platform.
If you go to workdaycase.com, if you believe that you have been impacted by this Workday lawsuit, it applies to, again, all individuals 40 years of age or older who at any time from September 24th, 2020 till present applied for job opportunities using Workday, their job application platform. If you fall into that category and you want to participate in the class action lawsuit, that's workdaycase.com.
And this will be in the show notes, obviously. The big question here is, the larger question is the AI actually making decisions that affect people's careers? And it's not just one company or several companies. This is something that has enormous implications for practically every organization that uses any kind of applicant tracking system across any platform. Could be not just Workday, could be Rippling, could be
Gusto, Bamboo.
Thank you.
All of them have ATSs built in these days, and not to mention the standalones, right? We've got Lever, we've got Greenhouse, there's more ATSs than there are minutes in the day, and new ones using AI are coming out.
And those platforms are shifting to AI utilization. So this has enormous implications for the entire recruitment world. So this is one to watch very closely. And as a footnote to this, I should also point out that in 2023, there was a settlement reached in federal court for monetary relief and corrective measures for a company called iTutor Group that also was using an AI tool, and it was determined in court that the tool was automatically rejecting older job applicants. That is the first known judgment of this type. iTutor Group is relatively less well-known than Workday and certainly less ubiquitous than Workday. The Workday case, as it goes through court, will have enormous impact yet to come. So I urge everybody, pay attention to this one. Yes. Listen for it, because it's going to be a big deal.
Workday serves over 11,000 customers globally right now, with more than 60% of them being Fortune 500 companies, representing over 75 million users. So this is huge. And if you don't think you've applied for a job with Workday, using Workday, you probably have. How do you know? Well, when you're going to a company's career website and you apply, oftentimes you'll see a redirect. If you're taken to another page, this is assuming you're not applying through Workday proper, you'll see Workday in the URL. So give that a check. You'll notice if you're new to the job market, you'll start seeing applications that look exactly the same over and over and over. That's a telltale sign that they're using an ATS. And I have to say, Workday is very unique. You can tell when you're on their site, some of their customers, just to throw that out there, Netflix, Salesforce, Adobe, HP, Airbnb, NVIDIA, Walmart, Target, Nordstrom, Lululemon, Bank of America, Visa, Pfizer, Advent Health. So big companies.
Just to add a minor data point to that, companies that are operating in 175 countries. So it's not just in the U.S., it's worldwide.
So now the question comes up, hey, I'm on the job market right now. I'm applying. I see ATS systems. I know a lot of them are using AI. How do I protect myself from being discriminated against based on my age specifically in this case, or your nationality? Both are protected classes. So first, in your resume, I want you, every single person who is listening to this, go remove your graduation date from your education. Take that off. That's going to benefit you whether you are brand new to the job market or maybe not so new to the job market. Take that off. I know that they're still on our LinkedIns. If you can take that off there too, that helps. If you have a headshot on your resume, take it off. You don't want those on there. It's a beacon to the recruiters to judge you based on first appearances. We don't want those.
And I'm always amazed at how often I see photographs, sometimes even just attached to the resume if it's on paper resumes, right?
Paper.
Photograph attached. But yeah, it's highly encouraged. Get rid of those.
Right. And your next question might be, well, Leslie, I've been on the job market, or not the job market, in the workforce for decades. How do I solve that on my resume? I took off my graduation date. I don't have a picture. What next? Well, you can lean into summarizing your previous work experience, right? The rule of thumb is you don't want to go back more than 10 years in detail. But a lot of us who have been on the job market for more than 10 years have really great experience from over 10 years ago. You can take those, you can summarize them, you can call them early career experience and give a bullet point list of what you've accomplished, and then just include the last 10 years of your most relevant history, maybe even 15 if you need some space. So those are a few quick tips to help you protect yourself from any age bias. If you have questions about other tips and tactics, you can reach out to us at hello@primalhrpodcast.com. We have a fancy new email address. Please email us and say hello. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely. Please do.
This has been a Primal HR Hot Take. Agree, disagree, have your own take? We want to hear from you. Email us hello@primalhrpodcast.com. This is Primal HR. Real people, real talk, real HR.